All right, this is a solution to a faulty furnace that wouldn't even get into stage one. I had come back from a break and the house was cold. It's the middle of winter in Milwaukee, and could verify that the thermostat was calling for heat, and I verified that there was power at the board, but nothing was happening in the system. Normally this inducer's supposed to get going and then create a draft and a pressure switch and all that, and then the burn happens. And when I had looked up problems related to the inducer, all the solutions assumed that you're getting through to the stage one, that the burn is happening, and the fixes had something to do with the flue exhaust sensor, or not enough, like some kind of blockage in the exhaust or something wrong with the airflow that would make it shut down. But this situation, nothing was even starting in the first place, and couldn't find anything on that. So did some more poking around, and I think I got a fix. Like I said, there's power coming in, and I checked my transformer is good, and all these pins, there's a chart online of which pairs you should check with your voltmeter to make sure that you have 24 volts across them to ensure that the board's powered up. And all that was happening and was good. What I first noticed was that when I would turn it on, I'd get a pressure switch code. It would say it's a faulty pressure switch. And so I started going down that rabbit hole, but I also disconnected these leads from the inducer motor, and I measured AC volts across those two leads from the board, and that's when I saw it would go from 0 volts to like 1.5 or 2 volts, and this thing should be getting line voltage. It should be at like 115. And so that was conflicting with the pressure switch code. And come to find out, I think what the final solution is this orange relay here controls the output to the inducer motor. And I think there's something stuck with the contacts in there, some kind of high resistance or voltage drop, because wiggling that would get this thing to spin up. And the pressure switch code was throwing me off, but that you can check those by measuring continuity across the leads and pulling a vacuum, just sucking through that vacuum tube, and it should close the circuit. And what I think was happening is the board starts by firing up the inducer motor, and then the pressure switch is used to verify that you're getting a draft, but the computer doesn't have a way to know that the inducer is actually getting its voltage. So it threw a faulty pressure switch when actually the pressure switch is fine, and it's this relay not sending voltage to the inducer. So you can check this if you're kind of have the same issues I had, and you're having power coming in but you're not having it come out, and you don't see anything. Before just swapping a whole board, check these relays, because these are easy components to replace, and they're pretty relatively simple to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on. So I'll give a demonstration here of what is actually what this actually looks like, and show the solution to this problem. So here you go. It just started calling for heat. My inducer's acting funny. It's not really spinning much at all. Now keep an eye on that. If I go ahead and wiggle this relay, like there you go. You can hear it fired up, and that directly correlates. Now I can kind of get it to hold in this position, and it'll work. It'll work for as long as I need it to. But once the thermostat is satisfied and the stage is complete, then I've had to come down here and do this every time. So it's clearly a board problem, but if you don't want to blow an arm and a leg on a new board, you can get these relays for a few bucks and just solder it out. So hope this helps.